Dino, Jack and Ash.
Morning!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow. Whoa. What a weekend, huh?
I know.
Shit.
What a weekend. It's over already.
How'd you guys find out about the big news?
I was on the way home from the wedding, and we were all on the bus on the way back to Bowen Heads, and everyone, after a wedding, you're feeling loved up and in good spirits, and it, sent a shockwave through everyone, I think, and I'm sure everyone had that same sort of reaction.
Yeah, first thing Saturday morning, it was just, it's hard to believe, really hard to get your head around.
What about you, Dean?
Yeah, just Instagram, and then you go to the news, and then you go through all the motions. It's just really weird. A weird time to be around.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for someone like him as well, I'm not a huge cricket fan, but obviously he just sort of transcends that so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Warnie, shit.
And so young too. I think that's it. It's just such a shock.
Yes.
Such a shock.
Agreed.
Yeah, we'll have more later. I think on our podcast I do with Campbell Brown and our boy Jonathan Brown. Campbell was a real close mate of Warnie. We had him on a few weeks ago, actually. So it'd be good to just hear some stories. There's some great stories coming out.
There are, and Brownie's obviously having sort of been in that industry for so long, got some great stories about him too.
I was watching this one noughties where there's a packed game against England at the G, and everyone's getting feral and chucking golf balls at the English, or there was one golf ball at least getting held.
Wow.
It was getting real hectic, and then because Australia were batting, Warnie was in the pavilion, so not on the ground, and then one of the batsmen signalled for one of the fielders signalled for Warnie to come out to talk to the crowd.
You're kidding.
So Warnie runs from one end, comes out first of all. They stop the game. Warnie runs over from one end to the other of the MCG, puts a helmet on comically to go talk to the crowd.
What?
And then, with signals, ask them to stop. They just start.
The only person that could appeal to the crowd and get them on side. That's amazing.
And they just start cheering Warnie, and they stop throwing shit, and the game got on. It's unbelievable. It's like a scene out of a movie.
Yeah.
And when I guess this happens with all legends, you don't realise you obviously realise their legend status when they're alive, but when they go, that's when all these stories come out. You sort of take it for granted, is my point.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking just in the office before, and I think I've sort of witnessed this, seen him out and about in events, Brownie said he's always, and I think this says a lot about these sort of legends and big time celebrities, is how they just treat fans and treat everyday people. And apparently he was just always had time for absolutely everybody.
Says a lot, doesn't it?
Which says heaps.
And his stuff-ups too, he's just honest about them.
Yeah, just owned them.
Didn't like people getting, cut down forever after a few mistakes. I don't know. The interview that he did with Lee Sales is 22 minutes. You got to watch it.
So tonight, Lee Sales, the ABC are re-airing that, and at 8:30 this morning in Chrissy Celeb Stuff, we're going to get Lee on the phone just to chat through.
Amazing.
Chat through what it was like finally sitting down with him, because she said when she first started her her gig on the 7:30 on the ABC, that's the one person she wanted to interview, and it took her 7 years.
I did see
to
that.
get him.
Yeah, how amazing.
Pretty cool that cool that she finally got him.
Her colleagues were like, Warnie?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was just so unapologetic, and I think that's what she really valued in him.
And she'd sort of said that he'd never been given
that chance,
the platform to do a real proper interview and actually get to know him.
Yeah, it was a really cool chat. You got to watch it tonight, ABC, Abe, Jackie.
Well, on the ABC tonight. One thing as well that I took away just watching from the news last night, I think especially after COVID as well, is how important it is to check on your heart health. And the one stat that I heard last night, which was really sort of has stuck with me, that an Australian dies every 30 minutes due to something, to a heart complication. So I think it's worth checking out. And, he obviously, before he went to Thailand, was suffering from chest pains and sweats and everything. So it's so important to check on that stuff. And not ignore it.
All right, here's a song. If you got any stories or any thoughts on it, please call us, 132410. You still could win Nova's first class and 50K. What happened at your wedding? Don't tell us. I don't know why I asked. Jack had a MC to wedding.
He did.
I'll tell you before 6.
Amazing.
Before 6? So that's a tease.
I'm trying to think of what I can tell you.
Oh, really?
Jack had to...
Saucy.
Jack had the responsibility of controlling a wedding.
It's hard work emceeing a wedding.
The MC ain't no joke, Ash.
No.
It really is not.
You got to keep it running smoothly.
And Jack had a trick to get everyone on side.
Which Dean revealed on air.
What was my trick?
The shots.
The shots, yeah, okay. Wasn't sure if there was another trick I had.
Oh.
Good morning, everyone. It's a goddamn early show. Jack, on Friday, you had to MC a wedding, man. And how close are these people to you, first of all?
Extremely close. So
Yes.
we've been friends for 4 years, but over the last 4 weeks, Anna and Rock have been living with me, which was
Wow.
sort of perfect in the lead up to MCing somebody's wedding because I got to expose all of their ridiculous arguments.
Someone's name is Rock.
Rock.
That's a very good name.
That is a great
And
name.
then the last name, Rock Fisher.
And with them living with you over the past few weeks,
Yes.
have you also picked up any annoying habits of theirs?
I have. Well, Anna is extremely clean, which I love, but he hates.
Okay.
But she's quite OCD. So I told a story about one of their, I was like, I've witnessed some of their deepest, darkest, most intimate moments. And really, everyone's looking, the parents are looking at me like, what are you about to reveal? And then I revealed that he steals her white sockets and that he has somewhat of a foot fetish.
Wow.
He doesn't.
Smart.
And then I
Yeah.
delivered their first present as Mr. and Mrs. Fisher. And
Yeah.
it was a pair of white sockets for him.
Oh, that's cute.
So he's got a physical gag.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, like a prop gag.
yes.
A prop gag.
Prop
Yeah.
comedy.
Going
And then-
right back to theatre sport days.
I finished with the shots, which you guys obviously spoke about on Friday, which went down really well.
Yes.
But I knew I had everyone was when I also, just a really quick shout out to everyone at the Bowen Heads Hotel. The Bowen Heads Hotel, I reckon, is pretty much where all of our early show listeners are because they're these young tradies. This guy, Brett, shout out to Brett and all of his mates came up. They asked me 20 questions about you two and they loved this show. So shout out to that crew. But I knew I had them after my introduction where there were a couple self-deprecating gags.
Sure.
And I went the cheap joke about they asked me to MC their wedding, but not actually be a part of the bridal party.
Hurtful.
So I went Rock.
Not unusual, though.
Not unusual, pretty standard, I would imagine. I went Rock about, not asking me and how good I look in a suit, etc. And then I went Adriana about how on trend it is in 2022 to have a gay dude as your bridesmaid.
Yeah, Adriana, you just want the trend.
Well, I was saying she should have gone with
She
that trend,
should've.
Oh.
Yeah.
but she didn't.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
But that also got a huge, that was probably the biggest laugh. Then someone gets up to do a speech after I do that spiel, and there are a few sort of self-deprecating gags like that. And Zito, actually our digital producer who performs at weddings, a part of a band, said the most annoying thing in a speech is when the parents or, the friends get up and they don't hold the mic close enough, they don't have mic technique or etiquette.
And then they flop it around or willy-nilly.
Flop it.
I know, lawlessly
Willy-nilly.
flop it around
Yes.
in front of their face.
Yes.
And sometimes it gets
Yes.
close to their mouth, but it's often just flailing about.
Fully, and you can't hear it.
Yeah.
You can't hear them.
Yeah.
So I said to, I'm not going to name who this person was, someone very close to either the bride or the groom. When they first got up, I said, mate, just hold it really close. And then he went to speak, and it still wasn't close enough.
Yeah.
And I said, so no, hold it closer.
Yeah.
And mind you, I just made a couple of gay gags about myself. He then goes, what do you want me to do? Suck it? Is that what you want?
Maybe.
I was
Wow.
like, whoa.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Wow. Was it the father of the
Whoa.
bride?
yeah, it feels like a boomerish comment, doesn't it?
Full boom up comment.
What do you want? I'm not putting that in my mouth.
Full Harold from Memphis. That was amazing.
Anyway, it was a beautiful wedding, and Bowen Heads is amazing. I had the best weekend down there. It was
Yeah,
the
sick.
best.
Amazing.
What about the shots? How did you, so preceding the shots, Jack, moments before, had you organised for the wait staff to tactfully bring them out on a bam, here are the shots, bam,
Yes.
come out.
So that was a full production. I actually had gone and bought all the shot glasses myself because the wedding.
That's the attention, that's
Wow.
important attention to detail, because you know what, Ash? If he planned all the shot stuff, rocked up with the booze, no shot glasses, yeah, he could have put him in other vessels.
Yeah.
No, but-
It wouldn't have been as cool.
No, or if
Nah.
there weren't enough shot glasses, so they had larger glasses and it was all over the shop.
Yeah, how many did you have to get, Jack?
So there were 120 people at the wedding. I bought 2 packs of 48. There were 96 shots because I'm like, some of the oldies, that'll knock them over.
Where are they now, these shotties?
I just let the wedding planner absorb them. Anyway, so Anna, throughout the speeches, people referenced her love for a hot water bottle.
Sure.
And obviously Rock. So when I got up, I said, Anna's, and somebody had mentioned that she loves shots early in the night. So I got up and said, we've heard about Anna's 3 true loves tonight. Rock, of course, her hot water bottle and shots. And it would be remiss of us on a night out with Anna not to do a shot, and then I had waiters come in from both sides of the marquee.
Did fireworks fire off or a song? It doesn't matter if it didn't, but I'm just saying you could have jazzed that bit up.
I should have jazzed it up with
simply the best.
Or
fireworks.
shots.
Oh, yeah, better.
Pyrotechnics always make things better, Jack.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Now I'm flat.
And then did everyone raise a toast?
And then everyone raised a toast. But what I did, where everyone did yell at me to stop, I didn't really care about everyone else.
Yeah.
I was just more worried about the bridal party myself. So I went to do the shot. Everyone's like, no!
Wait.
Wait for us. Yeah.
But obviously, I
final-
just care about me and the bridal party.
Final question, what was the shot again?
You had the option of Don Julio tequila or Fireball.
Shit,
Wow,
man.
very generous.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't pay for that.
Oh, okay.
No. And I was reimbursed for the shot glasses.
Got to hand it to you, man.
Wow.
A great trick.
So
A
hang
great
on.
trick.
you.
Hold up. So after all of this, you went to the bride and groom and said, here's the receipt for the shot glasses and the booze.
Yeah.
So, text them my BSB account number.
Are you kidding?
Yes, Ash.
No.
These
Jack?
gooses are forking out 50K for a wedding. What's another couple of hundred,
Correct.
you know? Come
I
on.
didn't charge them to MC. I'm Jack Charles.
Hey, if you don't want to be stressed, don't read about what Vladimir could do to the fuel prices over here. Hey, anyway, hey, Jackie,
Yes.
you were supposed to read a horny novel today
You made a promise.
based on this story on one of the great, in terms of journalism, it goes a current affair, 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
What better, more credible source would you go to for your news than Grimshaw and the gang?
Totally.
The wife, addicted to romance novels,
It is like a escape for me.
but now she wants to stop. A current affair
This
Monday.
lady wants to stop reading horny novels. It's become too much, Ash.
I know, it's
Put
hard.
it down, hun. And that was meant to air that story last Monday night, but obviously it was a tragic week last week with the floods and everything happening overseas.
Shit.
So-
Just when you say that, the world's
There's
Things
a lot,
aren't
not
good.
getting much of a break, are we?
no, there's
No.
a lot going on.
Jesus.
So that story still hasn't got to air. I'm actually going to reach out to Channel 9 today and find out when. And if they're not going to air it, can I please have a copy?
What are they hiding?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that the news cycle is still quite busy, so it's probably going to be another
Well,
couple of days.
I reckon a couple of weeks now.
I do think so. But off the back of that, as I guess a filler for us or something fun we could do in the meantime,
Yeah, wacky
Yeah.
content.
you were going to read some Mills and Boone books
Yeah.
just so we could become familiar with the content.
Well, Ash, one thing that we need to learn in life is that promises are made to be broken.
Bullshit.
that
When are you
you're-
reading the horny novels?
Tomorrow I'll read the horny
I'm so
novel
sick
to
of
you.
your empty promises, Jack.
I had a big weekend.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what. Yeah, but last week he promised,
Yeah,
even though he's
well,
going to have a big
Ash,
weekend, he
did
would
I
still step up.
not predict this exact
I predicted. You said
Bullshit.
he'd come through.
bullshit?
You said he'd come through.
I will be here tomorrow with my horny voice and I will read a novel to you, Ash.
The Early Show with Deano, Jack and Ash.
Well, hot dog. This morning, Jack reads a horny novel.
That I do.
Wowee.
What a way to celebrate International Women's Day.
I know, right? How did you choose the passage that you're going to read for us?
Good question, Ashley.
If I'm being completely honest, Ash, it was the first section that came up when I Googled an excerpt of Mills and Boone.
Sure. What's the book called?
It is called, I'm so glad you've asked.
Oh, Jesus.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
with-
sound like any sort of
Me with the rapid fire question.
info or prep has happened.
It has.
I think we should postpone that.
No,
I do too.
an extract from Falling for Her Reluctant Shake. Shake?
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
That's what the book is called?
Yeah.
The Reluctant Chic.
I feel like you've had more time to prep to read a little sentence
Yeah,
than
no
I had
shit.
to prep for
No.
a ukulele performance.
Yeah,
That-
but that requires a lot more prep. This, I can rip and read, bro.
Yeah, but you've had more time, Jack, and you still are disorganised. I'm disappointed.
Here, Falling for Her Reluctant Shake. I've told you the name, the author, Amelie Berlin.
And it's a lady that sounds like, from the title, falls in love with a chic who maybe is out of bounds love-wise.
Yep.
And, sexy stuff comes up. That's what it sounds like, Ash.
So it's forbidden love.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I meant.
There are 3 pages of this excerpt, though. Like, I'm not sure if we really need me to read 3 full pages. Like, do you think I should just pick my 2 favourite paragraphs for you both?
Oh,
Jack.
yeah, definitely
Yeah, great.
not 3
The
pages.
spiciest bit, Ash,
Are you
right?
new to radio? What are you doing?
No,
Good question.
The spiciest bit I've already found. So
yes.
I'm prepared and ready for that.
What kind of music are you going to play, Dean?
I don't know yet. It's just I'm
Oh
gonna
my
riff it.
God, is anybody organised?
No, well, I'm more organised than anyone in the world, so...
What I did just see
Big statement.
trawling through my emails is that Ash, you're hosting a morning tea this morning. Ash has got...
Yeah, I'm doing a Q&A
gig.
for International Women's Day this morning
Where?
here in the boardroom.
No shit.
So we can come
free
and watch?
food?
Yeah, you can watch.
No,
you
it's
can
for,
watch.
It's for women exclusively.
No. International Women's Day is about men and women.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to make it about us because Jack and I have bright auras. So the minute we walk in the room, everyone's,
Oh,
eyes
so you're saying people won't be interested in what I have to say if you're in the room?
Yeah, look, we tend to suck the oxygen out.
Sure.
suck
sure.
it out.
Yeah, you are oxygen thieves, I will say
correct.
that.
That's cool, Ash. What are you talking about?
So I'm going to be chatting with Maria Lewis, who is an author, podcaster, just talking to her about the themes of International Women's Day.
What does International Women's Day mean for you?
Today, this year's theme is Break the Bias. So it's all about, getting rid of those gender stereotypes.
And we were talking yesterday in our office, like how to get around it and how to support International Women's Day. And if you go to the website, there are some really great charities to donate to as well. Because people, I think, are like, what do you do to sort of help and support? Mm-hmm. And there are some really great charities there.
Hey, Chris, good morning. Did you have anything to say of value? Chris!
He full just hung up.
Come in, Chris.
Nah, he went.
He left.
He hung up on us.
Happy International Women's Day, and Jack, you're next.
Let's celebrate with a horny novel.
Yep, and we'll explain why this is happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, that probably sounded
there
a bit
is a
off,
reason
didn't it?
behind it.
Yeah.
Jake is called up. Good morning, Jake. What's going on, Jake?
Not much, guys. I'm just ringing up to say happy International Women's Day.
Thank you, Jake.
Bit of an emotional one. My sister actually lost her life due to some pretty sexist people out there. So to every female who's listening, head up, stay strong, and there's people out there who support you.
Right on.
Good on you, Jake.
Love that, Jake. You
Yeah.
could win first class and 50K, and thanks for calling up. Change of pace now from that lovely, heartfelt phone call from Jake.
Yes.
We're going to go to this story from A Current Affair.
The wife, addicted to romance novels,
It is like a escape for me.
but now she wants to stop. A Current Affair Monday.
It's a story about a lady who can't stop reading horny novels.
And I spotted this 9 days ago now. It was a Sunday, and then the world lost its mind, and there has been so much news that Grimmers and the team on A Current Affair obviously just haven't had time to get to this story.
It's now on the cutting room floor.
I really hope Channel 9 will provide me with the video still, with
I
the
was
story.
going to say, I wonder if they could release it exclusively to you.
Well, we're mates with the Channel 9, like Christabel and Claire. They're our mates.
Claire would sort it out.
Yeah, surely Claire can just log on to the portal and secretly download that story for me.
Because that story's been done. It's been filed. It's
Yeah.
sitting there ready to go.
It's worth an email, Jack.
It's definitely worth
I shot one off yesterday, so I'm yet to hear back.
Oh,
I'm
you
sure
did?
I will, yeah.
You shot one off?
You shut it off.
Now, okay, so these romance novels, they're a big thing, right? And they got a bit of a reputation for being tacky, I believe.
Yes, definitely.
Are we talking 50 Shades level of tacky?
No, this isn't super, super tacky and dirty. Like, it's tacky, but it's not, like, too explicit.
So you're saying it's classier than 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, I was expecting a lot worse, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that surprises me / disappoints a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I
But,
think you'll still be. I think it's still. Yeah, it still doesn't leave a lot to the imagination.
Sure.
Right. So very descriptive.
So I had to Google what Mills and Boon was. Is that weird that I didn't know what that was?
No. What would you say it is?
It's a publishing house of horny erotic fiction.
Yeah, it's hundreds, if not thousands, of titles of truck stop level horny novels.
Yeah, I feel like you always see them at the newsagent.
Yeah,
On
paperbacks.
one of those little turnstiles.
Yeah. Paperback.
The spinny one.
The
And
spinny
on the
thing.
cover, there's always a jacked guy and a hot woman embracing.
And his shirt's always coming open in the wind.
Yeah.
Like the buttons are popping off.
That's it.
I'm glad you said the shirt.
So, Jack, all right, what's the title called?
So the title is Falling for Her Reluctant Chic.
This is the music you're going to go with.
Let him go.
Okay. Something brushed the side of her neck, and an awareness shot through her.
Whoa.
Wow.
It was an accident. Someone just out of the throes of a nightmare wouldn't be kissing. His head moved. His mouth glided up her neck.
Whoa.
Feather-like brushes to that hollow beneath her ear.
Whoa.
Then something hot and wet. His tongue. Adeline's heart surged into a dizzying pace, and her lungs, only just recovered, sped up in concert. She opened her mouth to say something, but all that came out was a breathy stutter. All sounds and no pattern.
Wow.
Thoughtless sounds. One of his hands, strong and just slightly roughened by his labours in the desert,
Oh, yeah.
slid under her shirt
Whoa.
and up over her ribs.
Where's that going?
It started as a tickle that made her smile into his kisses, but ended in a full-mouthed but ended in a full-mouthed moan as he dipped beneath her bra and stroked over her pucker. All right, now I'm done.
No.
Now I'm done.
I was just getting going.
Yeah, the music, you did that well.
You did.
What? That's it?
I just feel like that's where we've got
I
to
think,
draw the line.
yeah.
What? Welcome back to Play School. Jack went to read a horny novel and nothing actually happened. Let's go to Jules in Yarra Glen.
Good morning, beautiful people.
Hey.
How are you, Jules?
Good, thank you. Jack, you're a lovely storyteller. I think you should have kept going.
Yeah. Thank you.
I just got wigged out by the content that was upcoming, Jules. And I'll be honest, I do have in the back of my mind it's International Women's Day, so I just...
But why would that mean you can't read this? Can someone
You're right.
tell me?
You're dead right, Deano.
Yeah. Hey, Jules, are you familiar with this kind of literature?
No, but he did fantastic job, Jack did.
Maybe that can be my side hustle, Jules, because I'm always looking for some
maybe.
extra cash.
Maybe. I think he'd get paid a lot.
Voice some audiobooks.
Yes.
Specifically
Yeah.
erotic fiction audiobooks.
Horny novels.
Jules, I felt like I was on a tour and I wanted to see something, but there were no dinosaurs in the pen. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Dino.
Love you, Jules.
Dino, you
Love
did nail the music, like underneath my reading. I think it really added to it.
But I do get what you mean, Dean.
Yeah.
It's like when you're a kid and you go on a tour of the zoo and the zookeeper says, "Oh, all the animals are asleep today. Sorry."
Oh,
kids."
great. Then what to pay for, zookeeper knob?
Yeah, where's the panda?
Hey,
Barb, good thing is you guys didn't pay for this.
Barb might feel differently.
Okay. Barb in Mount Evelyn, good morning.
Good morning. Wow. You finished way too early and have left us
You did
hanging.
finish way too early,
He
Jack.
does that all the time.
As usual, Ash.
Oh, I know. You meant to keep
Left
going,
us
Jack.
hanging.
Oh,
Barb, thank you. I thought I was the only freak here, but no, you left us hanging, man.
okay. Same time tomorrow, Barb. I will commit to finishing the excerpt I have.
Oh, sure.
Or maybe read
Sounds
ahead and see.
great.
You decide how far you can push it.
I've read ahead. I just thought I'd end it there, but there's more in there. So, you know, the next word is lips. So
Whoa.
I can push on with that tomorrow morning.
Hey, Barb, so you're going to have to listen tomorrow morning to see what happens at the end of the story.
You're on.
Barb and Jules, going to give you a Hoyt's recliner, a double pass so you can go to the movies and watch something
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. Extra comfy recliners are just the beginning at Hoyt Cinemas. Book now at hoyts.com.au, and you're both in the draw for Nova's first class and 50K.
I knew I wasn't being a freak.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm happy to keep pushing on. There was just something in my mind that said, no, Jack, stop there.
You're our tour guide into this world. Do you understand your responsibility?
Yeah, I do now.
Come on, Jack, be better.
Hey, comedy festivals around the corner.
Yes, and Nova is your home of comedy. And
And darts.
yes.
and darts.
Yes.
Sorry, how could I forget? And now, horny novels.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you're one-stop shop.
It's an entertainment destination.
Yes,
It's a wonderland.
it is.
And we're doing a gig to celebrate. It's called Nova's One Night Stand. Did you get it?
Oh, that's good.
I'm going to break that down for you.
Yeah.
So all the biggest names in comedy, we're talking Nazim Hussain, Becky Lucas, Chris Parker, Ursula Carlson, Jason Byrne, Guy Montgomery, Mel Bracewell, Joel Creasy, and a heap more. And you can't buy tickets. You can only win them.
Oh, cool.
So download the Nova Player now and register. Catch these comedians and more of your favourites live on their national tours. Tickets and info at livenation.com.au.
livenation.com.au. If you wanted to go to the comedy festival but won tickets to this, you're getting a bit of everyone.
Yes.
And they're all friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
They're great. And do you know who actually came up with this night? I was privy to at the end of last year. My ex-housemate, Nate.
Really?
Yeah, he used to work at Live Nation and now is with us at Nova. It's his little baby, Nate's
Good on
little
you,
baby.
Nate.
So how do folks win tickets?
Go to the Nova Player. Simply just register on there.
Cool. Hey, who watched do you call it Swanee Show?
Yes, I did. Would I lie to you last night? Hughesy, Melissa Leong, Abby Chatfield, and Lloyd Langford were on. I've got to say, Hughesy was a standout last night.
Really?
Along with Chrissy.
And
yeah.
he really wanted to win, didn't he?
He is. He's so competitive,
Sure.
which I've never realised about Hughesy until Chrissy pointed it out. And Abby Chatfield was on there as well. She was brilliant. And I love Abby uploaded a screenshot from her mum.
Oh, yeah?
Texting her about the episode. And she said, "You look and sound wonderful. Dave Hughes is magic. And Christy Swan is great."
I love Christy. Hey, I'm a Christy Swan man.
I'm a huge Christy fan.
Christy is the queen of TV.
She is.
We all love Christy.
You can catch up on 10 Play, and it's back next Monday. Ben in St Albans, what's going on real quick?
Good morning. Very quickly, all these romance novels got me thinking about the perfect lady for our Deano. I am your wingman.
Oh, yes. Interesting.
Our very own, or Nova's very own, Salty Vic.
Whoa!
So, Ben, you've jumped from Dean and I having a relationship to Vic and Dean having a relationship.
Whoa, Ben! You suck.
Well, I got it all wrong, and like two worlds colliding, I think it's the perfect match.
It's the Early Show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
Oh, boy. I haven't thought out today yet. The old brain's still not working. Did you say Mandy Moore's releasing music?
Yeah. She's been off the grid for ages.
Yeah. Remember Candy?
I do remember Candy.
Remember in the video, it was the first time, I think, really, the VW had launched the new Beatles.
Oh, yeah, they were super popular.
So she had like a green one, and all the chicks in my school wanted the Mandy Moore Beetle.
Yes.
But only the rich girls down the road could afford the Beetle, Jack.
The yellow
Taking
one.
notes, Jackie?
I'm just Googling how old Mandy Moore is. 37?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Great song.
I forgot.
And remember, she was in A Walk to Remember as well, and that was just the biggest...
Steaming pile of... What a banger, huh?
Hey.
I don't remember this, but also every
Jack
song...
wasn't born yet.
Every
Yeah,
song
maybe
from that time sounds exactly the same.
It does. It's all very Britney Spears.
You could tell me this was Holly Valance and I'd believe you.
Yeah, fair.
It was the era of Britney Spears, Mandy Moore,
Yeah.
Christina Aguilera,
Yeah.
all the gals.
Can't do without it. This feeling's got
I don't know, it might feel like a dorky auntie's releasing music. Nah, that's not...
No.
Speaking of music, did either of you go to the Red Room last night?
I couldn't make it.
No.
Ash, you didn't go?
No, nor could I.
I said no because it was quite late, but then I saw it last night and I had huge FOMO.
Same.
Vera blew in Fed Square, and Creasy was trying to get me to go with him and his lot. And then I saw an Instagram story uploaded at 12:30 a.m. and I said, you know what? It's good that you didn't go, Jack.
I had the same thought process. I was looking at the Insta stories going, okay, this was only a couple of hours ago that people were still
there.
posting, and I was getting up for work. So
She's great.
Which
Vera.
bit in Fed Square were they at?
I think it was in that building just near the beer cafe. And the name of the building escapes me at my brain.
Did we do a show from there
Yes,
once?
we did. We
And it was
did
like a
OB.
theatre where it...
Yes.
Oh, right, that place is sick.
Vera Blue is very talented.
She is. That song with
Amazing.
Flume as well.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday night would have really got me going.
Rushing Back, are
Rushing
we
Back.
referring to?
That's it. That's another banger.
and it all comes rushing back.
First big Red Room of the year. They're pretty great if you've never been.
Sorry, excuse
been
me.
to one.
First big Red Room.
Take that back.
Oh.
Ashley Gardner. Actually, I'd love if only Coolio could hear.
No, I'd be mortified if Coolio heard that because
the best.
I destroyed that song. It's such a good song,
I'm just so lucky I can't find the grab.
and I didn't do it justice. I'm very, very glad.
I hope we do have more Red Rooms coming up, though.
Yeah, they're good fun.
They are.
And maybe a little earlier.
True. Maybe I think we should be able to put that request in. If they want us to come in the next morning and talk about it and reflect it, I think it's only fair they start earlier.
Absolutely.
Or we get the following morning off.
Or that.
Yeah.
That's a better option.
Jack, yesterday, I think the city were pretty disappointed when you were going to read some erotic fiction and nothing really happened.
One of the callers said you finished too early.
Yeah.
Which I think, is that a...
Yeah. Barb from Mount Evelyn, was it?
Yeah.
Well, look, I can go again.
All right.
Can you?
I can try and last longer.
Oh, good on you.
Rachel in Bunyip, what are you calling for, friend?
I'm hoping that you will put me on air just to say good morning and put me in the draw.
Oh, yeah, no worries. You could win first class and 50K, old friend. I feel used, you know. She just doesn't
I
care
do
about
too.
us. Ash, Rachel doesn't give a shit about us.
No.
Just wants to-
I do. You guys, man. I'll play it.
No.
Yeah.
Hey,
Rachel's also on a Motorola.
just yanking your plankton, Rachel. Hey everyone, it's the early show. Jack's about to read a sleazy novel. And how did we get here? You're probably wondering.
The wife, addicted to romance novels.
It is like a escape for me.
But now she wants to stop. A current affair Monday.
Poor lady on a current affair was addicted to them. Then I forgot these things existed. Of course they exist. Erotic fiction, Ash.
It's a big market. I feel bad for this lady because she wants to stop and we're feeding the fire.
Oh, yeah.
And also, her story never got to air because of everything that's happening in the world. So she probably hasn't received the help she needs.
No, probably
Which is
not.
probably an Insta DM from me saying, put it down, hun. No one cares about your erotic novel fiction addiction.
I want to know so much about this fiction addiction.
Also, Channel 9 are yet to reply to my emails asking for a copy of that story. Even if it doesn't go to air, surely they just let us play it.
Mark in St Kilda, I thought it'd be nice if we all gathered around as a family and Jack read from the book. What do you reckon?
That sounds like a brilliant idea.
Yep. I thought you'd be into it.
Mark, did you hear Jack reading yesterday?
No, I missed yesterday. I was working late yesterday.
Fair enough, man. You missed nothing.
Well, luckily you're here today, Mark.
All right, Jack. The book is called.
The book is called.
Are we going with a different book today?
No, it's the same book and the name escapes me. Why didn't I write the name down?
Something to do with the shake?
The Sheik, yeah.
Sheik?
The Sheik.
Jesus, man.
I'm really sorry.
That's all right.
I haven't written down the
It
title.
was something like The Forbidden Sheik or something.
Yes, that was it.
So it was a lady trying to fall in love with the sheik, and, you know, it was a love that wasn't allowed, Ash.
No. Forbidden love story.
Her name is Adeline.
Adeline. That's a pretty name.
And I'm going to kick off sort of just before where I ended yesterday.
All right.
Oh.
She rose to her knees and felt his face, and his strong arms came around her hips, clamping her to his chest as he rose.
Sorry.
Even in the dark,
Where is he rising?
even after his lips once more found hers, he managed to get them onto the bed. She felt the softness give beneath her as his firm heat pressed her down.
Whoa!
One of his hands, strong and just slightly roughened by his labours in the desert, slid under her shirt and up over her ribs.
Over the ribs, Ash?
It started as a tickle.
Why are you going for the ribs?
It made her smile into his kisses.
So sexy. Where are those bones?
But ended in a full-mouthed moan as he dipped beneath her bra and stroked over her puckering nipple.
Now, Brownie would say bath plugs, but keep going.
It seemed he touched her everywhere.
Whoa!
His hands, his mouth, and she felt the nip of his teeth over her hip.
How you going, Mark?
Her hip. Why is this guy obsessed with bones?
Sounding interesting.
As his lips and tongue passed over her thigh, he murmured something in his own tongue.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
She didn't understand.
Different.
The only thing she picked up on was the sensuality weighing the world.
Whoa, Dawn in Frankston, how are you feeling about all this?
I need you guys to stop interrupting Jack and just
quiet so we can listen.
Okay, good point.
Sorry, Dawn.
Hey, very good point.
Yeah, sorry, Dawn.
Oh, I thought Dawn was about to viciously attack me.
No.
Thank you, Dawn. Come back, she whispered, blindly groping for his shoulders to urge him back up over her. He settled between her legs, and she slid her hands to his hips to pull him against her, certain that if he didn't take her soon, the ache that had steadily grown since the very first touch of his lips days ago might just consume her.
Whoa!
The end.
Wow.
Woohoo.
Oh, Dawn.
Dawn loves it. Dawn's mad for it.
Dawn's all like, can you guys shut up on...
Yeah, we need a reading every morning, please.
Hey, at least once in a while, you know.
Yeah.
once every once in a while.
Yeah.
Like maybe an annual reading.
Mark, just your thoughts quickly, Mark, about that. What'd you think?
Yep, need it once every morning.
Once
every morning. Do you have any feedback for Jack at all? Does he need to improve on anything, or was it just perfection?
I reckon perfection.
Ask Dawn. I reckon Dawn would agree.
Oh, yeah, Dawn, any feedback for Jack?
Maybe read a little bit slower.
Okay.
I'll take that feedback on board, Dawn.
Dawn, are you the woman in this a current affair story?
I love you, Dawn.
Dawn and Mark,
yeah.
you're both in the draw for Nova's First Class and 50k. And also because they both said nice things about me, I'm going to give them both a Hoyt's recliner double pass. Extra comfy recliners are just the beginning at Hoyt Cinemas. Book now at hoyts.com.au, Dawn.
Oh.
Well, everyone shut up and Jack, read slower. The police called off air. Jack, apparently there's been a lot of turned on related accidents on the road.
Did you see? I genuinely believed him for about 4 seconds there. I was like, what? What do they know?
His face dropped. You scared him.
Jack read some an erotic novel just before the ads. Huge success, Jack. Got to congratulate you.
Thank you.
How did it feel?
It felt weirdly satisfying.
Yeah.
I think it felt satisfying for Dawn as well.
Yeah, Dawn in Frankston was mad for it.
Well, I think it might be a regular segment, and I've just been Googling other Mills and Boons titles, and I'd like you next to read from the book Lucifer's Angel.
Are you being serious?
It's called Lucifer's Angel.
Okay.
I'm going to hazard a guess it'll have a similar forbidden love theme to it.
Yeah.
All right, I've written it down. I shall.
He's the
get
bad
onto
boy,
it.
she's the angel, etc.
Want to talk about all this Ukraine stuff real quick.
Yep.
So Russia, Ash, they're copping it hard from all these sanctions.
They are.
They're getting financially choked.
They are. Did you hear Macca's has just announced as well that they're closing?
No shit.
There's roughly 850 McDonald's restaurants in Russia, and Macca's is temporarily closing them. So they've also,
If that doesn't make Vlad put the guns away.
Yeah. Can you imagine if you're a uni student in Russia who doesn't want this war and you're like, Vlad's taking my Macca's away.
My cheeseburger. And yesterday they took away TikTok and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
and Netflix is also pulling out of Russia.
Sorry, maybe it was TikTok and Netflix.
Yes.
But still, all of these
big organisations are
Yes.
really leaning into it.
As they should.
And US President Joe Biden announced a new round of sanctions to do with oil and gas energy, so banning Russian oil and gas. So that's set to impact petrol prices as well, even further.
Reading this morning, our petrol prices will get up to now $2.40 something cents.
I've got a job, right? We're doing all right.
Yeah.
But even when I was broke, I didn't give a shit about fuel prices.
Yeah.
You know how everyone worries about fuel prices? Am I the only one that just fills it up, doesn't even look?
No, somebody once said to me here in the office that I remember having this exact conversation. They're like, I just don't look because what's the alternative? Walking to work? No.
Yeah. Like, even when I could only put, sometimes $7 worth of fuel in my car.
Yeah.
I'm not going... I just didn't care. Just me?
You need it.
You need it. But I tell you what, it did make me sort of go, what? On Friday or last Thursday, I think I put 20 litres in my car and it was $40. I'm like, what? Like that, then I think once it hits over the $2 mark, people will start to be like,
right,
what's going on? But I do agree with you. It's a necessity.
And there are it's constantly on the news, petrol prices and the fluctuations of petrol prices.
Yeah, it's an easy story.
So the fluctuations, you might get stung, I don't know, hypothetically, $15 more than usual. How often do you waste $15?
This is very true.
Yeah, this is true.
Don't stop Uber Eats in for one night of the week.
One less.
Yeah.
One less round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, well, we've solved the world.
I know, well, that's it.
It's the early show with Deano, Jack and Ash.
What did you two do last night?
Yo.
Hello. We were at the same event. We were at Yarra Botanica.
It's like a new, sort of another version of Arboria Float. It sits just outside Southgate. It's by Oz Venue Co. You know how they do like Harlow, Garden State. Any great pub in Melbourne, I often find is an Oz Venue Co. company.
Is it atop the water?
It is on the water.
Is it floating?
It is floating, and it's beautiful, and all Victorian produce drinks as well. So, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Delicious.
I just smashed them. Didn't actually read about
I
them.
read the email, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good. I was sitting there, Dean, up on the balcony with a few of my mates.
Yes.
And then someone came up and patted my back.
Yes.
And I turned around and it was Ash.
Yes.
And then standing behind Ash, I was very excited.
Yes.
Was her new boyfriend.
Whoa.
Christian. Got it, Ryan.
You met Ash's boyfriend?
I met Christian.
How much time did you do with him?
I did a lot of time
You
with
did
Christian.
a bit, yeah, because I was talking to Christina for a while. So.
Yes.
One-on-one with Christian?
One-on-one with Christian. I grilled him.
Yeah.
He works in engineering during the week. I wasn't across this.
Mhm,
I knew
yeah.
he was an Iron Man.
Yep.
I asked him how his Iron Man went on the weekend.
Yes.
He goes, oh, that was 3 weekends ago.
Time flies.
And I then, at the end of it, pitched to him that he should make Ash sell her dog Millie so that she can move in with him closer to work.
Oh, yeah. What would you get for Millie?
There is no money that
Yeah.
could buy Millie.
We should
She's,
chuck-
she's priceless.
We should chuck Millie on Facebook Marketplace and see what you'll get.
You no, would not have thought so.
It'll be shocking at first, but after a while, you'll just be a bit richer and have less responsibility.
Totally.
You know?
All the sleeping would be amazing.
You see, you're already coming around.
Did Christian find me hectic?
No, not at all. Not
Okay.
at all.
Oh, what was the chat in the car home regarding Jack?
No, he thought he was great.
Interesting.
I just wasn't sure if I was a lot. Like sometimes when people meet me and I've had a couple drinks, I'm like, wow, I'm a lot.
No, you were fine.
And the bartender was fully into me too.
He was.
Okay.
He was
Bringing
divvying out
drinks.
drinks.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a couple of those as well.
Did you get his number?
I went to school with him.
All right.
He has a girlfriend.
Right.
Oh, does he?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Because that matters, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. All right, so fun night, you pair of...
It was fun.
It was fun.
What did you do, Dino?
pair of tits.
Hey, you were at the G yesterday.
No, Marvel.
Marvel.
Oh, what were you doing there?
We interviewed all the captains for every year they do Captain's Day, right? It's like
Yes.
poor bastards. Every year the captains have to go get a photo opportunity and answer questions. How do you think the guys are going to go this year?
And they also tip who they think is the favourite to take out.
All that shit.
Yeah, who's going to win the Brownlow, all of that.
So we got to go there, though, with a trestle table on the Oval and do our podcast and ask them sillier stuff.
Fun.
And did they enjoy that?
They did. Cripper had a good time. I really like Bont.
Yeah.
Marcus Bontempelli, I love that guy.
He's just a genuinely nice dude. Like he exudes like a he's got like a really good nature.
And he's beautiful.
He is.
Can you give us an example of a quirky question you asked and what kind of response you got?
Yeah. I asked Cripper if he's ever accidentally died being an idiot.
Uh-huh.
And he said loads of times on the farm. Almost lost a hand. I asked everyone what's going on in the kitchen because Coolio asked that yesterday.
That's what's going on in the kitchen.
Asked a bunch of people what they had for dinner. It was just fun. So the podcast is pretty good. It's a bit loose.
I like
I hope the AFL don't hear it because, it's a bit loose,
Yeah.
But, media's going to get a bit less boring.
The podcast had a good run.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
We might get invited back. My point is, everyone at that press thing yesterday was asking boring questions. And they've got the choice whether to do that or not. I feel like people ask boring shit because it's the norm.
And you know
Am
what?
I wrong, Ash?
No, yeah, you're not wrong.
You're
not
spot
wrong.
on, and it also makes the players seem boring. Like when I see players in those media interviews, I'm like, oh, Cripper's boring.
Yeah.
But actually, no, Cripper's probably not boring. It's the questions he's been asked that are
It's
boring.
like-
He hasn't been given the opportunity to be fun.
It's like the interviewer's playing a normal role and so is the player. It's
Yeah.
just two people,
I know.
I get it.
I get it, Dean.
Kevin, good morning, Kevin.
Oh, he's not boring.
Kev.
What's going on in the kitchen?
That was good, Kev. You've done that before.
Kev,
Just a couple of times.
Couple of couples.
Kev, can you believe that the Coolio heard Ash's ukulele rendition yesterday? Did you know this?
I reckon, Dino, you set Ash up to sing that song knowing that Coolio was going to be in.
Kev, can I lift the curtain here? The boys sent me the task of playing the ukulele, learning a song, and I just chose that song because I love that song. The boys had no idea that that's what I was playing until I was on air doing it.
Oh!
Serendipity, Kev.
Pretty weird, Kev. I was expecting hot cross buns from Ash. She rolls out Gangster's Paradise, and Coolio's in town. It's a funny world, huh?
And I didn't even know he was in town.
No, I know.
My biggest takeaway from Coolio is that he's 58.
How?
Like, how are you 58? You're too cool.
Yeah, Kev. Kev, what's going on in the kitchen? What'd you have for dinner, Kevin?
I had butter chicken kebabs, and they were absolutely SH1T.
Oh. Why no good?
No, they weren't the best. I would have rather eaten the
Yes.
the whatever the others had, and I'm like the pasta bacon. I'm like, nah, that's not for me.
So let me get this straight, Kev. You took a traditional Indian dish and buttered chicken and wrapped that sucker up and ate it as a kebab. In theory, brilliant. Was it Brodie style kebab or was it classic pitta?
It was just a stick. I thought they were rather rank, actually.
Oh, no. Glowing review.
Rather rank.
It's a rough old life for Kev.
Can we use rather rank in our vernacular more frequently, please?
Kev, your attitude is rather rank, and we love you very much. And anything else, Kev?
Have a good day, and what's going on in the kitchen?
Oh, Coolio's here.
What's going on in the kitchen?
What'd I have? New York strip steak from Coles.
Oh.
What'd you guys have?
Nice.
We had oysters at the event we went to, and then I got a large cheeseburger meal with 3 nuggets on the way home.
Yum.
And Ashley?
Yeah, I also had those Rockling burger sandwich things. They were amazing.
They were yum.
But we got Vietnamese on the way home.
Yeah.
Welcome to the studio, our queen.
Greetings all.
Caresses one.
Something's just happened. I've arrived at the studio. I've still got man morning voice, so good morning to that. I walked in with a container, holding a container, as I want to do. And Jack, without even saying hello to me, no greetings, he goes, "Oh my God, are they sausage rolls?" And I said, "Yes, they are." And I said, "You'll have to speak to Deano."
There's a full tub.
Are they all for Dean?
Yes.
All of them?
Yes, all of them, every one of them.
How many are in that container? Because that looks like a huge
2,
container.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 40.
You can spare a couple of
You don't know what I can spare.
We don't need to. I asked first.
You don't know.
May I please have one sausage roll? I asked Chrissy and she said, no, you have to speak to Dino.
Sorry, thank you for for being strong.
The keeper of the sausage rolls.
These are not mine. This is like a surrogate situation.
Yeah.
I have grown these sausage rolls, but when I was making them, I knew all along I was giving them away.
To me and Stacey Gagoulas.
Yes, because you have a kid's birthday party every Sunday.
Yeah, me and my friend Stacey Gagoulas have a 12-year-old's birthday party where we're the 12-year-olds.
I'm imagining fairy bread cheeses off fingers.
Do you wear a birthday hat?
All that sort of
but we
thing.
should.
So, of course, I heard that and I endorse it 100%.
Yeah.
You notice there was no shade from me. There was none. Oh, my God, you're in your mid-30s. Why are you doing this? I said, you're going to need some sausage rolls for your birthday party. So I've made them and I've guarded them very, very seriously.
With your life.
Yeah, because they were on the bench cooling off when my kids got home from school.
Dangerous.
And I
you
was
fought
like,
them suckers off.
I said, they're not yours. These are Dean's.
What's going on in the kitchen?
That's what's going on.
The thing is, though, Dean, when you are at 12 and you're at primary school, you're taught that you have to share if you bring an item to school. So
it is up to you. That this is out of my hands. Quite literally, I've just handed them over to you. They're out of my hands.
You see my eyes? Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
I couldn't be more grateful.
I support all your hijinks.
This is from someone from MasterChef.
They're really good. They're really good.
Who was eliminated in the first set.
That's true. Shine short and bright.
Yeah.
Ash and Jack, you can only if you eat them today. you can have 2 small portions each.
I'm like borderline hungover, so I would like to eat one before 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah. All
When
right.
you say 2 small portions, do you mean a bite of a sausage roll?
No, two mini
You
ones.
can have 2 each.
So I'm out of pocket 4 sausage rolls here.
Yeah.
You
Thank
see?
you.
So
That's
do you think,
really kind.
Do you think 36 is enough for you and Stacey on Sunday?
It's impossible to say. Swanee, thank
All
you.
right, I'll go and turn the oven on.
Tessa's been waiting all ads patiently. Good morning, Tessa. What's going on in the kitchen?
I had a big piece of steak yesterday and salad.
Fantastic.
Yum, Tessa. How do you have your steak cooked? Because I will judge you
Medium.
harshly.
Medium always.
No,
Medium
Tessa.
rare, I
Medium
reckon.
rare is, I reckon,
Medium
what we have to
rare,
change
but
to.
they don't always get it right. That medium rare, that make it a bit dodgy.
Yeah, Tessa, I'm with you.
So I go medium,
Yeah.
straightforward.
Go
Play it
medium.
safe.
Room for error.
Got to risk it for a biscuit.
Tessa didn't enjoy that as much as I would have liked.
That was amazing. Highlight of the year.
Ash's comment was your highlight of the year.
Highlight of the year. Yes, she's all right. At least she tried. You
Tessa.
guys didn't. So there you go.
You're going to take up boot scooting or something. Deb, Tessa, thanks for calling. We love you.
My pleasure. Keep up the good work, guys.
Easy.
Thanks, Tessa.
Deb.
Yes.
What's going
Oh,
on,
I know why
Deb?
Deb's calling.
Oh, why? What's...
She wants a story.
No. Deb,
No.
you're following up on us visiting your farm?
Yeah.
I knew it. I thought about you during the day yesterday, Deb, and I'm like, I've got to call Deb and lock in a day.
About it. And one of my clients contacted me last night. She heard me last week on the radio. She's like, have they come to see the alpacas yet? And I went, you know what? Ungrateful individuals, I'm going to get on them.
I want to come meet the baby alpaca.
How many kilometres from our location?
Yeah. How
is
long
the
will it
farm?
take us from Richmond?
It'll take you about an hour top.
That's nothing. Especially if we
Nothing.
get a limo
We'll get work Andy to organise a Mercedes Sprinter bus.
or a limo.
I don't care who it is. I think that Dino needs to drive you in the beat, personally, but
In
it's
in
not
the Swift.
far.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think we'll make it there, Deb, if we go on the Swift.
Bullshit. My car could go for another 10 years.
Oh, he gets so protective over that car. Deb, I will make sure we get there, the 3 of us.
Yeah. Well, it's a long weekend, guys.
Well, no, not this weekend.
No, I am
No, I'm
away
busy.
this
Sorry,
weekend.
Deb.
Sorry.
I think we should do this wacky radio content. So we'll legit
We'll
call
make it
you.
happen.
Promise, all right?
You know what I reckon? I reckon we should run the show from the farm one day.
Good morning, Melbourne. It's the early show. We've got to go, but real quick, Ben's on the phone in St Albans. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning.
What can we do for you?
I've got an exclusive. Toadie from Neighbours will be joining the radio airwaves. Are you all over this, Ash?
No. Which show is he joining, Ben?
It's going to be Fifi, Fev, Byron, Dave, Nick, and the Toadfish.
Wow, you heard it here first.
That's a big bill.
And Ash,
Yes.
be nicer to Salty Vic. Stop being mean. Thank you.
Whoa.
What?
I don't know what. Can
Where's
you
this
provide some more information there,
Yeah.
Ben? That's
I just feel like every time Salty Vic gets a bit of the spotlight, Ash is like, no, get out of here.
I just love how he creates this friction within our workplace that very well could be true.
Hey, it's just how he feels. He's being honest. It's what he feels.
Vic is one of my best mates, Ben.
Wow.
Don't start shit between us.
Well, she's obviously saying different things off
What
air.
is she saying to you, Ben? I'm going to have a chat.
Well, I may be misreading it. I'm on one side of the radio and you're on the other. So,
Hey,
I've been wrong before.
He calls it how he hears it, Ash.
Hey, Ben, did you hear that I finally met Ash's new boyfriend, Christian, last night?
I did, the Iron Man, yes.
Yep. No, but he works in engineering during the week, which I think's a really key point to let people know about.
He makes
He's an engineer.
he
yeah.
engineer sex robots. What is he?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Impressive.
And they're going to sell their dog, Ben. They're going to sell Ash's dog.
It's the early show with Dino, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.
Another little variant. Hey, Ash, you guys got your boosters yet? You two?
No, I'm still yet to get mine. What
Yes.
about you, Jack?
No, I'm yet to get mine as well, which I will do over the
I've just been lazy about it, you know?
Also, I had COVID fairly recently, so, I think there's some advice around that as well.
Yeah, and I've had like a tiny bit of long COVID with
Your throat's been lingering.
my sort of asthma chest vibe. So I'm Going to chat to my doctor and then see when I should book it
It's
in.
the best way to go. Chat to your GP.
Yes.
Anything else in the news, Gardner?
Yeah, I always love it when you call me a nerd. You always slip it in.
Gardner rolls off the tongue a little too easy.
See, my mum was asking me, what does it mean by gardenered? As in, she thought it was like you've been gardenered.
Oh.
No, it's a real clever combination of the word nerd and your last name.
That's it. So there was a BTS concert in South Korea, and because people were banned from singing and shouting and things like that because of COVID restrictions, they just had to stand there with clappers to make noise. It would be such a weird vibe at a concert, not being able to get involved in any way.
Yeah, like what sort of clappers are we talking?
As in, like
those annoying plastic landfill
yes.
things you get in a show bag or something.
Yes, exactly.
And there's like the middle hand Deano and then one hand other side.
And it makes a little clapping noise.
I see them. Yeah, they're going to be around for 100 years, aren't they? As soon as they're made.
That's it.
That's cool. Hey, what? I saw on the internet a monkey caught a seagull mid-air and then bashed it to death.
Oh my God, that's awful.
And it's not funny either. That's the thing.
Funny. There was
It's like King Kong at the end of King Kong when King Kong tries to grab an aeroplane, but in this video it's a seagull and he bashes it to death.
Awful. There was a story doing the rounds recently about there being attacks on dogs. I'm trying to
From monkeys?
Yeah.
They're out of control.
I'm okay with them attacking a seagull, to be honest.
Jack, I see what you're saying.
I think we've got enough of them. And even I, who isn't the biggest dog lover, I think attacking a dog's taking it a step too far.
It was
out.
in India, that's right. Over December, I remember reading this horrific article about this like gang of monkeys that were against the dogs in this particular town, and they were killing them.
This is really scarred Gardner.
I was really upset about it.
Pixar have got to pick this up.
No, absolutely not.
It'd be sick.
Bambi's mum was bad enough. We're not doing this.
Whose side will we be on? Monkeys v dogs.
Obviously the dog.
Well, let's leave it up to the kids who watch it at the age of 8.
Yeah. Apparently he's coming for Warnie's funeral. That would be nuts. I really can't wait for more details about that. In my heart, it's going to be like a party, and you can go to the G, and it's going to be a party, you know? Oh, yo, Mike. Sorry, Ash.
Kind of like the Michael Gudinski Memorial, which turned out to be, this really huge celebration of his life.
But I'm thinking, like, just in my head, I know I'm just a pipe dream.
Yeah.
Like almost a Warnie festival.
Yeah.
All right, before the Ed Sheeran song, I gruesomely mentioned this footage of a monkey in a zoo that's on top of a pole that catches a damn bird out of the air and eats it, man.
Somewhat impressive, I'd say.
I hear you, Jack.
Why did you have to bring that to our attention, though?
But then you were all like, there's a gang of monkeys killing dogs in India.
So there was an article published in December, and over the past month, 250 dogs had been killed by monkeys.
All right, I didn't expect there was that many dogs,
Huge. So a dog killed one of the monkeys, and then they sought revenge against the dogs.
Slow down. You're telling me that the dogs killed simply one monkey.
One monkey.
And then the monkeys got together.
Yes.
And have killed 250 dogs.
Yes, this is really graphic, but they would take them up onto buildings.
What?
Far out.
They would snatch the little doggies.
No more.
And then...
Oh my God.
Is this not being policed?
Well, I think people were trying to intervene, yeah. Why am I in a tin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why am I in a little tinny?
Something going on, man.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I'm in a can of beans.
I think ever since JB chainsawed a microphone
Yeah,
yesterday,
he's really, really destroyed the studio.
I think sparks shouldn't be flying. That's not right, right?
No.
All right, so where were we just now?
Sorry, the monkeys. It's horrible.
Yeah, it's
you've
really
really
awful
brought up
story.
something that's really bothered me for a while now.
I'll turn one of the mics off. Let's have fun here.
Yeah.
It's already become fun. That one off. Boop, boop, boop. Ash, come in.
Hello.
Here we go.
I'm out of my can of chickpeas.
We're back.
I just can't believe the monkeys planned an attack like that.
I know, it feels very vindictive.
Monkeys are so human-like, though, that it's somewhat believable.
Do you think it's a microcosm of the human condition, Jack?
I think so.
And some men became injured trying to stop the monkeys from killing the dog.
Jesus.
It's really bothered me. I'm
I
really
can
upset
tell you're
about
triggered.
I'm sorry I put us here. Kim, what about these monkeys, Kim?
Good morning. We need some good news stories.
I know. Kim, I know.
Kim sounds like our boss calling in, being like, guys, change topic.
Hey, no. Kim, it's pretty shocking though, right?
It is, but I read a nice article the other day. It was yesterday.
All right, here you
go. A male lion, he had to take care of the babies while his wife went off for surgery,
yeah?
female lion, and he struggled, and there's photos of him, like, dropping the carbs, and they're, like, crying and telling him off, but it was really cute.
And then a gang of monkeys came and stole the cubs.
No.
No monkeys?
No monkeys.
Okay,
No
just
monkeys.
checking. Kim, you could win first class and 50K. Nice work. Nicole, we will stop talking about these
please.
monkeys. It's pretty messed up, eh?
Oh, I saw the video of the monkey on top killing the seagull, and I was shocked.
But Nicole, do you not agree somewhat that like one less seagull isn't the end of the world? Like, I appreciate the dog story.
I do. I do agree with that,
Nicole,
actually.
earlier this year on Elizabeth Street, a seagull stole my chicken sandwich directly from my hand. That son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've been to the beach before where I've turned away and a seagull's taken my whole drumstick ice cream out of my hand and ran off with it.
And that's when, that day, I bet you wanted a monkey there to go and find it and attack it.
Oh, 100%.
And the thing
100%.
is, with that, even if it doesn't pick up the drumstick and fly off, it's already mushed it with its diseased face.
Correct.
So it's a write-off,
so I'm not
you know?
going to run after it and try and get it back. Like, that's disgusting. I'll go buy a new one.
And I reckon seagull's plop is far like more grotesque than like a normal bird, because they are such sort of like bin chickens and take dirty scraps and dirty food that I reckon their poo is just a lot worse.
Yeah.
Especially if they've had a drumstick in their digestion.
Yeah, like, ew.
How does a seagull carry an entire drumstick?
Have you seen the beaks on those
It
things?
got the ice cream part, so it was kind of like halfway finished. And then, I just turned because I reckon there was like a flock that were distracting me. So I looked to the left and there was a flock there, and then one took it from my hands. And I reckon they just like ran off and then ate it as a group.
Those devious little...
Seagulls have got that. Seagulls have got that weird crack addict strength. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Hey, Nova's one night stand, that event that we've been talking about this week, is filling up really quickly. So jump on the Nova player to register. Nazim Hussain, Becky Lucas, Chris Parker, Ursula Carlson, Jason Byrne, Joel Creasy, and a heap more comedians are going to be on the lineup and performing that night. So catch them and more at this show. Jump on the Nova player to register. And if you want tickets and info to see those comedians as well, go to livenation.com.au. Really quickly before we finish up for the week, some photos have surfaced overnight of Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian fully going at it on the beach. Now, they're clothed and they're just making out, but they may as well have taken their clothes off and just done it.
Like, that's a public beach.
It's a public beach, and you can't tell me that they're not across the fact that paparazzis follow them everywhere.
I mean, I would say they've probably given the paps the heads up.
I agree.
To capture that.
Sure.
Yeah, they're super horny, and look how much press the other two got. What are they called?
This is true.
Kim and Pete.
No. Machine Gun Kelly.
And
Megan.
The trick is to be real horny and you get photos taken.
I feel like they're trying to compete with each other, those two couples as well.
Yeah, it's like the grossest couple ever.
Because, that too. But some, I don't know, I feel like Machine Gun and Megan are a little bit cooler. And Kourtney and Travis are like, Courtney's like the cool mum trying to catch up.
Sure. Because, I mean, public displays of affection within reason, totally fine. But that is another level of... She's like mounted him in that
She's
photo.
mounted him, and she's wearing like, I guess you'd say like a leotard dress.
She's wearing a G-string
What would you call
one
that?
piece.
A G-string one piece. And he looks like he's fully trying to give her a wedgie with it.
The right amount of drinks, so you can lose your mind. I remember I lost my mind at that car dealership that night when I was...
oh, yes. I got this free watch from that car dealership night.
What is happening? What
We're at
car
some
dealership?
event.
What night?
We're at some event. What was it?
Yeah, it was at BMW South Yarra like 3 or 4 years ago, and they cleared out South Yarra BMW. I don't know where all the cars went, and they hosted some event. It was for some like society club they were trying to start up.
And what did you do, Dean?
Oh, I just lost my mind. It was just...
You had a leotard G-string on.
A little bit. Just, I don't know. And then you look back and go, oh, that was gross, man.
What happened?
And I remember we were in Macca's when you and your kind of girlfriend at the time were getting all G-string and leotardy.
Wow. Giving her a wedgie at Macca's.
I was just in the playground wedging this girl.
girlfriend.
And no one liked it. Kids were crying.
All the paps were there photographing it.
You learn.
It was weird. Well, need to give Courtney a call and give her some tips.
You learn.
Yeah.
It's Friday and the Friday before a damn long weekend. Sorry if you don't get one.
We love that.
Ben and Dramana, here's a prize first of all, just straight up. What do we got, Jackie?
We're going to send Ben a Hoyt's Recliner Double Pass. Extra comfy recliners are just the beginning at Hoyt's Cinemas. Book now at hoyts.com.au.
Nice, Ben.
Perfect. Ben, we were just talking about Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker essentially getting it on at a beach. Have you ever been frisky at a beach, Ben?
Look, guys, I'm guilty. I have.
Yeah.
When I was 16, me and my ex-missus down at a secluded, we thought it was a quiet beach on the Moon's Peninsula, Black Beach. And after getting a bit frisky, hot and heavy, got up and walked away, and there's a lovely old couple walking their dog that walked straight past us.
Oh, dear.
They put on a show for the oldies.
Yeah.
Did they make a comment or indicate they'd seen what had gone on?
You know when you kind of had that awkward look at each other and they know that what they saw and you know what they saw as well. But I think they made their day.
Ben,
No doubt it would.
It made their day.
There's every chance that those two went home, took their teeth out, and just went for it. Session.
100%.
Important to remove the teeth first. Is that what you say?
Well, you don't want to choke on it.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Ben.
Ben, you're also in the draw for first class and 50K, mate.
Cheers, guys. Love the show.
Don't choke on it, Ben.
It's the early show with Deano, Jack and Ash. Get up and go.
On Nova 100.